What is up, YouTube? We are back with some more Wuthering Waves. We are in the overture right now.
Sky's gloomy.
Let's get right on into it.
Oh, man. Please let me finish my sentence. Ugh. Cold. Oh.
A hot meal should warm you right up, buddy.
Sprinting all the way here from Raguna. Whoa! Pinch me! This is a feast and a half!
Bro, I thought those were pancakes. No, that's just some really ketchup-y looking marinara on top of that pasta.
Hey, Rover. So, we did bring enough money, right? I mean, we kind of rushed out without grabbing anything.
Bro, I've got...
Don't worry. Money's not an issue.
Exactly, dude. I am loaded on shell credits, bro.
Augusta made sure we're covered. All our food and lodging here in Septimont is billed straight to the F4's palace.
That's what's up.
I think the owner might have overdone it a little.
Ha! Better get used to it. You're the champ of the Great Aegon. And you know me. If food's on offer, I'll be a scoffer. Yeah, no leftovers, guaranteed. Free stay, free meal. Reserve really knows how to treat guests. Maybe we should, hang around a bit longer.
Brother, I am gonna order everything on the menu, man. I am gonna eat everything on the menu. I'm right there with you, Abby. I mean, if she'd footing the bill, why not, you know?
What do you think Imperator wants me to find? If Cardathia is right, the last clue should be somewhere on the Sanguis Plateaus. We're so close to the finish line, just one step away. But our pace is slowed.
Relax. We're already back in Septimont. What's the rush?
Bro, this is a mood, man. Like, I don't know, the lighting, and then you can hear the rain in the background, man. Just add some of that saxophone jazz, you know? You got yourself like a little, I don't know, like maybe like a noir scene, I guess. But dude, it sounds really nice.
I remember Lupa said there's this weird blight cloud hanging over the Sanguis Plateaus. And when the high tide, or whatever, rolls around, all the gladiators go there to hunt tacit discords. Wait, is the high tide coming up soon? The Afra's invite did say something about a big hunt. That reminds me. Aren't we supposed to meet her today?
We were.
A messenger came this morning. Augusta is dealing with an emergency, so
okay.
Our meeting's postponed. It looks like it'll be a while. An unexpected change. It's throwing everything off course.
Wonder what she's gotten herself into now.
And why me for this hunt? If it's about the Great Aegon. The messenger said none of the other gladiators were invited.
Who knows? Maybe she just wants to test her strength against you. Typical Septimontian, right?
You think so? I've only met her a few times. But I doubt she acts on such simple impulses. And as the F4, can she really thoughtlessly do whatever she wants?
Guessed from afar, you possess eyes as clear as crystal, but
Bro, you need some shoes.
troubles you so that eyes once bright as the highland sky now darken with rolling clouds. A warrior who walks the
Brother,
blade's edge
your
does
eyes
not
are bleeding. What are you doing?
The clouds, if I may guess, are cast from the throne.
Wait, he has that plume thing. Doesn't that plume have a significance? I could have sworn someone said it got some significance to somebody or a group.
At the peak of Capitolini Hill, beneath the pale walls of the Ephes Palace, secrets lie buried. And the most intricate among them are those born from the pursuit of power. Even one as honorable as the Effa must learn when to be ruthless. In Septimont, a city forged in iron and blood, anyone who seeks the throne without knowing the cost is no better than a lamb marching to the butcher's knife.
Are you threatening me?
I am Nestor, a traveling poet. The rains in Septimont never seem eager to leave this season. So then, if you are curious about the Effa, then allow me to say that nothing would honor me more than to offer even a modest service to the champion of the great Aegon.
I grant you permission.
Wait, how do you know he's the champion? And all that stuff about the F4 too? Oh, your eyes. Were we talking too loud?
To see and to hear are but two of the many ways to perceive. Trusting the senses is a habit, a natural expedience, but not the only option. Truth be told, I've been gathering inspiration for my next epic, and its protagonist is none other than Augusta, the Effa of Septimont.
Bro, I'm gonna buy your book.
That's why I speak of her with some familiarity. I have a feeling your tale with her will soon be written. And knowing more about those who walk alongside you is rarely without its benefits.
Dude, she's gonna have like a whole tale, like more epic than what was his name? From Elden Ring. What was his name? Godfrey? Yeah, no. Horalu. Horalu.
Augusta. A girl of humble birth, a resonator of modest talent, a commoner without noble patronage. And yet, from the den of wolves that is Septimont City,
That is an aura farming pose, bro.
eventually claimed her place. Just like the burning sun was once a cloud of dust.
Oh. What's this? Dear guests from afar, do follow me into the near-forgotten stories of Augusta. But simply telling it might be a bit dull. What are you trying to do? What methods do you have in mind? What is that me saying that? Let's see. What you trying to do? Perhaps having the listener become the protagonist of such stories might be a good option. This should add a more immersive touch to the sound and images you've yet to hear and see. Continue. At this moment, you're Augusta. You shall relive her past, face the same choices she once made. Thus, please forget your name for now. I'm ready to be Augusta. Of course, Augusta's story is already written. No matter what choices you'd make, they will not alter our reality. Yet be wary, fate is fickle. A misstep can lead to a swift end. Weigh your choices carefully. Her past decisions may not have always been the best. Well then, let the story begin. Set aside the complex thoughts and let me sing the epic of a young girl, Augusta. A gentle warm light begins to blur your vision. You slowly close your eyes. When it clears, a small frightened girl clutching a sword stands amidst the ruins. A group of solemn Septimontian gladiators stand guard around her. Hey kid, are you alone? Don't be afraid. We know what the Dark Tide did to your home and we're here to help. boldly observe the man in front of you. Oh, okay. You must be hungry. Here, this should be enough to keep you from starving for now. We can take you to the Septimont city. It's not safe here. We don't know when the next disaster will strike. Staring at these ruins won't change anything. Even if you rebuild these walls 1,000 times, they'll never hold against the dark tide. You don't have the strength to stop it. Bring your sword and come with us. I grip my sword with determination. The gladiators shake their heads and pat your shoulder. In the end, you choose to leave the village. The gladiators' words reveal the bitter truth. You lack the strength to protect the home you are leaving behind. In your travels, you... Let's see, if I'm Augusta, I'm gonna go crazy? Following the gladiators, you arrive in the city of Septimont by ship. You wave them goodbye after arriving at the central square. Meanwhile, you notice the square is crowded with citizens. Dude, I am crazy. Like, whoa, this place is crazy. A poster for the gladiators' Aegon is pinned to a wooden board. Their air is filled with heated chatter about the upcoming match. Draw closer to the crowd. You must know, Septimont reveres strength. Here only the victor reigns. That is a law older than the city itself. I'm gonna say passion. Eat or be eaten. Such is the way of this city. To survive, you'll have to find your bite and seize the crown with your own teeth. Continue. You can't stop thinking about their conversation. You realize that gladiators are the very symbol of strength in Septimont. If there's a way to dominate the arena, maybe you'll find the strength you're looking for. I'm gonna take the poster as a memento. Gonna hang it up like the way Incredible hanged up Mr. Incredible's picture. As you leave, you notice the 3 words stand out in incessant chatter: identity, status, and talent. They seem to be an essential part of gladiating. Okay. There are always those commoners who view the Aegon as mere boring displays of butchery, but we're hardly entertained by the sight of rats shrieking in the dirt. What we crave is true magnificence, a warrior who can make roses bloom from blood. Want to have a little bet on how many mangy rats are going to try for the Aegon this year? Them and their stench be stinking up the place. Let's see, Augusta is, I'm gonna ignore their words. You are determined to step onto the arena. The rules demand a mentor at your back, someone to keep death from claiming you on the first day, and perhaps even teach you to see the fight through to the end. After several dead ends, you eventually come across Kato. Kato is a retired gladiator star, but takes on a few proteges. So you want to join the Aegon? You say. Why don't you start by telling me a little bit about yourself? You recall the discussions about gladiators, identity, status, and talents. People in the city of Septimont seem to value these more than anything. You choose to speak honestly about your past. The dark tide took your home and you came to Septimont seeking strength. Is that so? You've got some metal, but that's not going to cut it here. Go home. People like you always show up with nothing but fancy dreams, only to see them crushed and trampled. I've seen enough idiots like you. Stay silent. Uh-oh. Well, I got more crown, I guess. What now? Still here, are you? You think your stubbornness will change my mind? Pathetic. Tighten the grip on the sword. Huh. Alright then, let's have a duel. Land one strike, and you win. If you manage that, I'll teach you how to be a true gladiator. This duel here is your entrance trial. Accept it. Blades meet in sharp clash. Kato moves with practiced ease. You are quickly defeated. Strengthless. Do you realize how weak you are? Which is why I'm seeking power. Do you really know who you're fighting against? Can you really best me? You can't. Now, how do you plan to end this? Challenge him the next day. Back for round 2, are we? Country rats like you sure are as pestering as the city folks say you are, huh? Defend. Just like last time, you aren't much of a challenge to Kato. You are swiftly beaten once again. Go back. This is not your path. Continue. Too slow, too weak. Your foolish swings only bring smiles to your enemies. Then I'll be stronger. I'll be faster. Is that your best? How naive. Well, I guess a rat that lives in the dark is never meant for the sun. Checkmate. You've lost. We go again. Still not ready to give up? Why don't you sell your sword? I'll get you some food at least. You stand before Kato again, dragging your exhausted body nearly at your limit. I can still fight. The wind swept up by your blade whispers past, and you're suddenly home. Soft sunlight cascades on the great oak's leaves, and you hear your friends' laughter, your parents' gentle calls. But in the very next breath, a bone-deep chill engulfs you. That touch, you know it all too well. Thoughts race across your mind, and your hand instinctively gripped the sword hilt. I can't stop here. You seize the opening and land a hit on Kato. Kato hands you his sword and turns to leave. Yo, Kato, what's going on? In Septimont's arena, the victor claims the weapon of the defeated, a symbol of conquest. This sword is yours now. Victor. If you are determined to bite off that crown, do not fall before you get there. Augusta, that's your name, isn't it? Yes, I am Augusta. The moment you step into the arena, you will lose this name. The spectators may even brand you with a number, a symbol, or even the name of some wild beast. And the last one standing has the right to reclaim their true name. By then, all will be chanting your name. Augusta, you'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause even without identity, status, and talents. Tell me, will I see that day? I will make them know my true name. Training starts tomorrow, 6 sharp, right here. Woo boy, this is okay. This is kind of crazy. I'm liking this.
Fair fail enough times, and you might eventually succeed. Should we call it resilience? Or mere stubbornness? Or perhaps, for a girl who has lost everything, there was never a second option. She had no one to trust but herself, and naught but a blade to hold. And yet, as the first stanza of an epic, this is nothing extraordinary, since the lament across the
Bro, I don't know what you're talking
square
about, man. I'm hyped. This stanza's pretty fire, if you ask me.
again
Woo!
and again. Greatness. Yes, our era has certainly seen it. But true greatness is never found on the first page of a story. Courage, glory, and honor. Such immortal virtues have been etched in tablet and stone. They are never forged overnight. Light as a thread, elusive as the wind, they weave themselves into every twist of fate, tangling with every insignificant choice we make.
What's going on, Abby?
I don't know. It's just unbelievable. The Augusta he's talking about, and the F word we saw in the arena. No way that they're same person.
A girl far from home, arriving in the city upon Capitolini Hill in pursuit of strength. No, I doubt anyone at the time could have imagined her rising to where she is now.
Oh, there might be
Do
one.
you mean Cato? Do you believe Cato handed her that final victory on purpose, and that his scathing words were a test of her resolve?
Or maybe he had long grown tired of that corrupt system.
Then Cato must have been
I don't
an
know.
idealist to place his faith in a girl with nothing to her name. Now, why don't we keep this question in mind and see where the story leads us?
Those two just chilling, dancing in the rain. Yeah, bro, come on. I want to continue. Dawn breaks with a pale glow. A month has already passed under Kato's training, and today the grind continues. Stick to the training. You arrive at the training site, repeating the same moves over and over again. You arrive at the training site. Repeating the same moves over and over again has begun to wear on your patience. You notice some gladiators training in moves you've never seen before. You decide to stay focused and keep to your own training. No. Peek into their training. I think Augusta's very like she adapts, you know? But also very innovative. That's the word. Oops. Reflect on your training, and it was always you alone facing the wooden post, patching yourself up over and over. Endure and push through. Oh my gosh, everything's like draining fast. Days slip by. I've done all I can to prepare you. Now you're on your own. Is this the graduation ceremony? Here's my final task for you. Tell me, why do you want to become a gladiator? What pulls you through all this training? I'm not. Holy moly! Did I just lose? You stand frozen in doubt and then fear without waiting any longer. Kato shakes his head and walks away. Uh-oh! Oops. Okay. Okay, we made it back. Okay, not gonna do that again. Oops. Alright. Should I attempt Augusta's voice? I don't think so. I don't really know how she's like. I haven't heard her, so I don't know exactly what she sounds like. You already know the answer. Your ideal has never faltered since you've left home. To be strong enough to protect others, you met Kato's You met Kato's gaze, and he reads the answer in your eyes. Offer Kato your thanks. I am, yeah, you know, I'm going to say that Augusta is well-mannered. In the meantime, a flicker of desire crosses your eyes. You recall Kato's words from when this all started. By then, all will be chanting your name, Augusta. You'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause even without identity, status, and talents. Tell me, when will I see that day? I will make it happen. You're aware that sponsors of the Gladiators Aegon are mostly nobles and wealthy merchants. Figures beyond your reach, except, perhaps, in the underground arena. These are all top-of-the-line merchandise I got here. Care to have a look? Like products on display, you and a few other gladiators stand in the middle of the underground arena, scrutinized by nobles and wealthy merchants in the stands. One by one, those beside you are chosen and escorted away. I volunteer myself as tribute. The audience cast their eyes in your direction. However, all you receive is constant laughter in return. I'm gonna put the tragic past flashback. Oh, that killed me. Okay. These laughs. So they really did have a hand in the disaster. The dark tide alone did not destroy your home. Ooh, okay, okay. When the dark tide struck, those with power and wealth continued their life of indulgence and luxury. The might of the gladiators existed only to serve their desires. Silently, you swear to shatter the rules. Well, 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 a village girl with unremarkable forte dreaming of power and strength. I can't remember the last time someone had a joke this amusing. Show them the sword. Yeah, dude. You're like, you know who this is? What can you offer? Prancing around like a circus clown and scrambling for your life so we can all have a good laugh? Or do you think playing innocent will win you a favor? I never disappoint. Anyone interested in this one? After all, watching the weak struggle is always a fine source of entertainment. You bear a small anticipation that someone will pick you. Entertainment, you say? Ha! In Septimont, strength defines worth. We shouldn't be so quick to judge a gladiator who offers herself. You turn towards the voice with heavy steps. A well-dressed old-school noble walks down from the stand towards you. He smells of rotten stench. It's unlike the smell of rats, as the Septimontians had put it, but a foul odor of power and wealth. I'm gonna frown at him. I engage in only profitable ventures. To stand in the arena, you must prove your worth. I have 3 trials for you. Survive them, and we may speak further, brave young lady. I'm having so much fun voicing this dude. This is actually really fun. You accept the noble's trials, and through trials is too fine a word for something intended only to break you. Outside the walls of Septimont City lies a wasteland plagued by the dark tide. Your homeland. I feel a little sentimental, I'm not gonna lie, and that kind of cost me some points, but you know what? Yeah. They say a ferocious lion beast corrupted by the dark tide prowls deep within a cave. No common place can cut through its skin. Your first trial is to slay the beast. The noble, however, decides to strip you of all of your equipment but a dull sword. A dull sword is more than enough. The mountain trail winds like a serpent. Among the charred tree stumps, dozens of bleached skeletons lie scattered. You suspect you are getting close as you continue forward against an unpleasant smell. When the first rays of sunlight split the clouds, the cave reveals itself, breathing death. Before you get a clear picture of the cave, a crushing force presses down upon you. I'm gonna try to break free. Shh! Get down! You trying to get yourself killed? Hold your breath or you'll learn it. Do as he says. You turn around and see a hunter. Just then, a massive beast roars and walks past where you are hiding. Ooh. Keep your head down. After the lion beast has left, you apologize to the hunter. It was thanks to him the beast did not notice you. Going by those clothes, you're a septimont gladiator, huh? Heh, I used to be just like you. Lost a big match, got tossed out by the nobles, and ended up in a place like this. We're nothing but their playthings. Yeah. The skills honed for battle are now merely tools for survival. Septimont has abandoned the strength it desperately needs. You pity such reality. Ask the hunter about the lion beast. Only a madman would go after that lion. I have my reasons. His words are rough, but he eventually tells you everything he knows. You bid the hunter farewell and make preparations for the hunt. To gain more knowledge of your prey, you choose to silently observe the lion beast in the following days. After a few days, you manage to grasp an overall behavior pattern of the lion beast. Thus, you march towards the deep cave. We enter. Deep within the cave's dark embrace, you tread softly. Then a sudden dread freezes your steps. Between the flickering torch flames, a monstrous shape appears. The lion beast. Fire from the nether dances amidst its golden mane, while claws like scythes tear wounds in the earth. This is Augusta, so she goes all in. As you expected, your sword fails you. It's ineffective against the lion. Before you can take a breath, the lion's thunderous roar storms you again. You decide to dodge its attack and search for a weak point. No good. Can't find an opening. It's moving faster and reaching further. Can't keep this up. We continue anyway. If strength alone isn't enough, perhaps I can borrow some help. Just before the lion beast pounces at you, you slash with all your strength at the stalactite above. It crashes down onto the lion's gaping jaws. It still has the fight. You land on its neck. It lunges to seize you, but your swift dodges force its claws into a deadly knot around its throat. Seeing your chance, you give a final pull. The beast strangles itself in a frantic struggle. Guess using the environment's one way to do it. The trial has ended, and you drag your exhausted body towards the stream. Clear water cascades down in the mountain valley, and the dense forest slumbers quietly in a nature's cradle. You rinse your blood-stained hands in the water. The clear stream slowly turns red, the birds scatter, and the fish vanish. You sense the force unease at your presence. Are they afraid of my power? The critter's panic plunges you into reflection. For the first time, you realize that power can instill fear. I desire more power. With no time to rest, you approach the nobleman again. He imposes a second trial upon you. What is it this time? Killing a mad beast is hardly an achievement. I'm sure you're aware, girl, that all warriors of Septimont have 2 lives. Kato mentioned this before. One by their parents, and the other by their soul. You may consider the sword in a gladiator's hand as their life in the arena. For your second trial, bring me 100 lives. Yes, prove to me you are worthy of standing in the arena. I calmly accept. To get the admission pass for the Aegon, you start the second trial. Day after day, you fight gladiators of Septimont. As your reputation grows, so do the spectators. They don't care who you are, but only want to see you when you fall. Look, it's that girl again. Didn't think she would get as many wins as she did. Just look at the size of her. How will she even carry those swords? Focus on the opponent. You have grown used to this kind of noise. The deafening cheers numb your fatigue. Your sword now rests against the opponent's throat. Spare the opponent. One by one, the gladiators you've challenged grow in numbers. Those you've defeated kneel before you, offering the swords, symbolizing their honor with both hands. Plant, dude, just plant the sword into the ground, like with the others. Even in Septimont, there's a limit to opponents that prove a challenge to you. Eventually, you will need to seek out tougher challenges. You have targeted Victor, a frequent champion of the Aegon from one of the noble houses. Do you have any idea who Victor's father is? His lordship is the largest sponsor of the Aegon. Power, wealth, those aren't things brute strength can rival. Victor has the best mentor, the finest weapon. Indeed. The house behind Victor comes to you with an offer. A perfect job and a substantial fortune. You walk away from the duel. Rip the contract. You reject the bribe without a second thought. Humiliated, the noble servant spits curses in your face. Say nothing. You ignorant country peasant! Do you know what it means to refuse a noble? Then you shall suffer for your arrogance. When the time comes, don't expect any pity, as you won't be getting any. I, the scion beside the servant. The scion silences the rambling servant and tears up the contract. Let's go. There's no point in talking sense into an ignorant fool. Then again, I'd appreciate it if you don't waste too much of my time in the arena. Sure, dude. They throw a bag of credits as a way to humiliate you, following it up with sarcasm and mocking gestures. They attempt to overwhelm you with their pride. I feel nothing. The day arrives. Victor accepts your challenge with his honor of nobility as the stake. You remember well the haughty look he wore but a few days prior. But the nobles wield only words, not swords. Victor knows nothing about swordsmanship. You easily defeat the weak, incompetent scion and casually lift his pretty helmet with the tip of your sword. Approach the noble seats. I have won, and I achieved it without wasting your time. Do you see? Your gilded lies shatter before real strength. Woo! Step on Victor's helmet! The crowd erupts in cheers and applause. The nobles, unable to deny your triumph, lower their heads. You return to your lodging to count your trophies. 99 swords, 99 opponents defeated. Now only one life is left to claim. Most gladiators have long feared your reputation and dare not challenge you, except one. Aradel, the rising star of the underground arena. Unlike you, he was born with powerful forte. He is undoubtedly the king of the arena. A sword tempered by battles, countless battles, is no less sharp. Amidst the endless chanting of the name Aradel, you arrive as promised. Even the old school noble is here. Your opponent's towering physique dwarfs yours, and his crushing presence brings to mind the fearsome lion beast. After several exchanges, you notice something unusual. The floor is too slippery to gain a foothold, and Aradel's armor is unusually heavy. You are all too familiar with the noble's despicable tricks. Keep calm. You then shift your pace, luring Aradel into the very trap meant for you. After a few more rounds, his steps grow loose, his reaction sluggish. Seize the opportunity. Seize the moment. Your sword stops just before the neck of the Septimont's strongest gladiator. The entire arena falls silent, and almost immediately, the crowd erupts into applause. Stab! 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 What? Kill! 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 Right here? Aradel closes his eyes and accepts his fate. Victory is already mine. In front of everyone's watchful eye, you only take Aradel's sword. You then bow towards the audience before turning to leave. You feel a sense of relief. Live! Live! Yeah! Live! 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 Leave the cheers behind. Oh boy, I made it back in time. The next day, you arrive before the old school nobles with 100 lives. Aradel is merely made of septimontian flesh. Above him stands a far greater force. I'm ready for the third trial. Your third trial is to earn the blessing of Arsinosa. He never planned to let me pass. I know Arsinosa. It has never tasted defeat. People say its peak no humans can ever reach. The last wall of Septimont. But I accept. It is this insurmountable challenge that stirs the thirst for victory in your blood. You accept the third trial to confront the guardian of Septimont, Arsinosa. On the eve of the trial, you return to the training grounds once again. While you wait for Kato, you find yourself standing before the familiar wooden post. It has been your most enduring companion in your pursuit of true strength. Cut it down, leave the past behind. Well, not particularly an easy path, is it? Tell me, what did you learn from this path? Strength can instill fear. Strength brings conquest, such as humanity's oldest rule. Augusta, I'll be there for your last trial, and I will call your name for all to hear. I will not stop here. Back in your room, you stare blankly at your stacked collection of swords. These trophies symbolize strength and conquest, but how will you show them to the world? You once heard the tale of the legendary gladiator, a warrior who would always fuse their opponent's swords with their own after victory. Now you decide to tread the same path and stand before the smithy. Stop outside the forge. You wish to demonstrate your strength, yet now you still seek to do with power not of your own. Watching the blacksmith's hammer rise and fall, an seemingly impractical idea emerges. In the end, you use your forte to fuse all the swords into one. Feel the power. Your forte never stands out among resonators, but its seemingly insignificant power is enough to be stronger than the forge fire and hammer swings. Okay. The day of the final trial has finally arrived. You walk to the arena's center with your newly forged sword. The bronze horns blare from atop the 12 stone pillars. All eyes are on you. Everyone is eager to witness how a human will rival the strength of Arsinosa. Take a deep breath. Suddenly, a rumbling roar cut through the noise of the crowd. Noble's banner flutter and fall. A colossal shadow swallows the sunlight around you. Arsinosa appears. There's slight ringing in your ears. It's awake! The noble shrieked. Arsinosa stands silently opposite you. Slowly, its eyes open, coldly watching you. Rest the hand on the hilt. With a sudden sweep of her tail, the lioness shatters the stone pillar. You roll aside, barely dodging the flying debris. A chill seeps through the tear in the cloth of your left shoulder. Take the initiative. The screams from the Skradans are soon drowned by the lioness's roar. A wave of sound and dust rips into your ears. You can taste blood on your lips and tongue. Ignore the pain. A second attack comes without warning. You barely have the time to react before your sword rises to meet her descending paws. Recall encounters from the previous battles. Wait, hold on, wait, how much am I losing? Oh my god. You manage to withstand Arsinosa's fierce attack, and the moment it withdraws, seize the opportunity to thrust your blade into the ancient crack in its right foreleg. Golden blood spills the arena. Steady my breath. Arsinosa ceases her attack. Her mane brushing against your blood-stained face before she lowers her head. The arena shakes with applause. You hear the crowd chant your name in honor. I have gained the lioness's blessing. The voices, they are... Listen to the waves of cheers. Oh, wise and noble Arsinosa, the mighty guardian of Septimont, bestow upon her the crown of courage and strength. Walk up the steps to Arsinosa. When the cries of triumph resonate with the earth, we see the fire of humanity blaze across Septimont. O sun and moon, witness this extraordinary feat. Witness her epic dedication to Septimont. Take another step forward. Oh boy, we are stacked, bro. As the platform rises, you realize that by earning Arsenos' blessing, you have been granted a privilege. They're all bowing to me. You are crowned the champion without the great Aegon. Nevertheless, you have already conquered countless gladiators with your strength. Under everyone's gaze, glory now bows at your feet. I hold my hand up and silence the crowd. At last, you stand atop the summit, the champion, only now with battle fire cooled in your veins do your wounds raise their voices in protest. You have shattered the decaying order with strength, and through strength you shall reshape new rules. You shall wield gladiators' valor on the righteous path. You shall no more fragile lives. You shall allow no more fragile lives to tremble before death. You shall ensure that your homeland's tragedy will forever be undone. Yet, should the new rules forged by might lose their foundation, will they not fall? A cold whisper of unease coils in your chest. Well then, no time for pointless pondering now. From this day forward, your sword, your honor, your 2 lives shall serve Septimont. Bro, we got the happy ending, man. Dude, that was insanely awesome.
The rough shape of a short epic. This is all I can offer about the F4.
That's a great story, bro. Oh man, if you wrote something like that about me, man, I'd be like so honored.
Now, as a listener, what do you make of my narration?
It's nothing special. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it.
I appreciate your kind words, my generous listener. I am only a humble wordsmith, spinning verses and rhymes.
Wordsmith, huh?
But there is one thing I must confess.
What's that?
Through my words, your knowledge of the F4 is partial, at best. Poetry can only offer a glimpse of the true story. The reality of people, events, and things slips beyond the grasp of words.
My goodness, it is hot. Jeez.
I do not belong in the pages of the epic, so I remain confined to the observer's gaze. I can imagine events and emotions unfold, but I cannot truly recreate them.
Right.
Here's some advice for you, though I hesitate to call it such. If you want the truth of a story, step into it. Become part of it. The opportunity stands before you now. As I've said, the tale between you and Augusta, the hero of Septimont, is only now turning its next page.
You seem to know exactly what I'm about to do.
It's not difficult to see. Fate flows like the stars, tracing their course. Your destination is written in the steps you take.
Did brother just change the weather?
The rain is passing. I hear it ceasing its symphony upon the earth. It is time for farewells. Before I leave, may I ask you one last question? What is it that has lifted Augusta to the seat of power? What is it that makes a ruler?
Ambition.
Well, I'd say strength.
No, anybody could be anybody could be
No way
strong.
Augusta could have passed those trials without strength.
It's definitely ambition.
Rover, what do you think?
It was her unyielding resolve.
You needn't rush to answer now. Keep it in mind as you continue your journey. When the final chapter is written, the answer will reveal itself. Farewell, my friend. Our paths crossed by fate and by chance. Soon, after this brief encounter, everything about me will be gone with the wind. But you, your epic continues.
Bro, I hope I can see you again, man. You're actually kind of cool. I like this guy. Excuse me? That was some PS2 graphic stuff right there, man. That looked like a Gmod kind of like animation. The previous day.
Your Excellency, you have indulged her too much. As the priestess, you know is far too unruly in both action and word. It's a disgrace to her title.
You leave her alone and keep her name out your mouth.
Indeed. She entered the palace unannounced, uninvited, and with no decorum. A blatant affront to the authority of the palace.
Bro, I am gonna slap this guy.
Same as always. Senators, all she crossed was a doorway. One too insignificant to carry the weight of our authority, or defend anyone's fragile pride.
You tell him, Augusta. You tell him.
Let us not forget, it is not the walls of Capitolini Hill that command fear. It is my will, my sword, and our relentless conquest. I know your fear. You fear a priestess's voice drowning yours, and a rebel challenging the Senate's rules. But listen well.
Ruse.
Power
Ru-
bow to
Rules.
cowering behind their traditions.
Rules. I like that.
If you seek power,
Power.
step from the shadows.
Shadows.
Face me and prove yourself worthy.
I do be liking the way she's rolling her R's, though.
Took you long enough, Augusta.
There she is. There's our queen. Bro, I can't wait for her to come out, man. I am going all in, and you guys are going to be there for that video, man. 200 pulls. We are going all in. I'm getting one copy of her weapon. I'm going to try to get her to R3. What was it? No. Whatever, you know what I mean. Trying to get 3 copies.
Handling the senators takes time. You know that. Well, to keep our esteemed priestess from waiting, maybe next time I'll just leave them to their own devices. I'll make sure they record every detail of your feat and relay it word for word to Grandmother Lilibet.
Lilibet.
Priestess Iuno,
Iuno.
left Tetragon Temple without permission and trespassed into the Ephor's
Dude,
palace.
I love Augusta's voice actress, man. She rocks with this voice. I love it.
I wonder, who will lose it first? Lilibet or you?
Let those old foxes report me all they want. If they step into the tetragon left foot first, I'll shoot the left. Right foot first, I'll shoot the right.
Hey, I'm with you on that one. The Senate should be reminded now and then that the Tetragon's kindness is not a reason to take Priestess Yuno lightly.
You know.
Why didn't you wait there? I had everything handled. We depart for the hunting ground tonight.
Hunting ground.
Anything changed, you could have reached
Sorry,
me by
I know I keep repeating it just because I love it so much.
all the way here. I want you free of duty until that day arrives.
You're overthinking it, Augusta. I'm here to see that person. Grandmother Lilibet said his fate is one of unknowable void. Sounds intriguing enough to make time for.
So that's it? Too bad. The ship from Laguna won't dock until tomorrow morning, and we'll be gone by then.
Ugh, what a hassle.
Patience, you know. The warrior has accepted the invitation.
I wanted her to say my name, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted her to say it.
Time to meet during
Rover. Rover.
Is there something else you want to say?
I read Grandma Lilibet's book of prophecies. The hunt and our plan, neither end well. Are you sure we should go through with this?
Risk does not trouble me. Peril simply requires greater strength. But really, when did you start caring about the temple's traditions?
O ye faithless of Septimont, the divinity is enraged. Should your ruler defy their will again, doom shall be your fate. Lately, I've been hearing murmurs from the nobles again, about the ancient prophecy from Raguna.
I will admit, those words once carried weight. But when our ancestors crossed the waters and climbed these hills, Raguna's divinity didn't get a seat on the ship. And the priestesses all said the prophecy was incomplete. Only the hero of heroes, wielding extraordinary power.
Oh, there we go. The hero of heroes.
Shall bring eternity to Septimont. Then shall the waters quiet, the tempest still, and glory return with the blood of the old king. Do not forget.
That goes hard.
This is the other half of the prophecy. Fabius, Attilius, Valeria, one after another, these heroes have saved Septimont from the brink of ruin. As long as a hero stands, no disaster can break this eternal city.
What if this time is different? What if ruin is our fate?
Then I will sever that fate with my blade.
That gives hard, then I'll just punch harder vibes. I like it.
What's so amusing?
So, the fearless priestess Iuno can be frightened after all. But it's fine. If you're afraid, don't push yourself. I can handle this alone. Most revered priestess, wait for me in the temple. I shall return victorious.
Frightened. Me? If anything, it's you, trying to shut me out and face it alone. Fine. Go ahead. You'll come back to me sooner or later.
That I can't deny.
I knew it. So you do need me for this hunt.
Thank you. You know.
Why are you saying this?
Ominous chattering.
The storm is coming.
Would you say it's approaching even? That's not how physics work, but alright.
You know, my friend, the best way to greet a storm is to walk straight into it.
Oh my god, Augusta. Oh my god. Sweet. That was an awesome prelude to what's going to be happening soon. And I know the next story is already out, which I am excited to do. But we're going to end it right there. And y'all got a really fantastic voice acting clip of me voicing that entire story, so I hope you liked it. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. This is your host, Rival, out. Peace.